What's up, everybody? This is Rob Schou here with Homes in Southern Maryland, powered by EXP Realty. If this is your first time to our channel, make sure you click that subscribe button and click that little bell so you're notified every single time we put out new content about moving to Southern Maryland, playing in Southern Maryland, and really just doing all types of stuff like living in Southern Maryland. So make sure you click those buttons so you're notified every time. Honestly, we've been getting lots of people reaching out about moving to Southern Maryland, and we're just happy to help get those people in the right spot and find the right houses for them so they can enjoy this life down here too. All right, so today we're going to talk about how we at Homes in Southern Maryland can help teachers buy homes in Southern Maryland. So the first step is something me and my wife both did when we were teachers. We tried to make as much money as we possibly could. Now you're probably rolling your eyes and going, I don't have enough time to make more money. I can't take on a bartending gig, or I can't do one more thing outside of my classroom. And that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm speaking to is that you need to figure out all the incentives that you can do in your school system to make sure that you're making the most salary from that school system. So my wife and I were both teachers. When we first started looking at a house, the very first thing we did is we went to our pay scale and figured out how we can move across that pay scale without really worrying about moving down the pay scale in steps. So we found out that if we take a certain amount of credits, we could start moving across the pay scale. So to start our salary increases, what we did is we just started taking tons of credits. We did a lot of ours online through Learner's Edge, and they were challenging at times, but they were doable. And we started seeing those increases as we go. So that would be my first step, is to look at those salary schedules of your different county or even your different district if you're in a smaller area, and see what those salary schedules are so you know how you could increase your income just by taking more credits. So another way you can increase your income is kind of new right now. There's always been an incentive to become nationally board certified. I think it's been, depending on your county, around $3,000 in Maryland, but new in 2021, they're going to start increasing that. It's actually going to be 2022. They're going to start increasing that to $10,000 a year. And this is going to be funded through the Maryland Blueprint Education Program or bill. And so that's a big chunk of change to add to your income every single year. And if you teach in a low performing school, they'll add another $7,000 to that. So just for being nationally board certified, and being in a low performing school, you could earn an extra $17,000 just by being in your classroom yearly. So the national board process, I know a lot of people have heard of it. It can be daunting, it can be hard, but it is really great PD, it's really great professional development, and I highly recommend it. If those two things, if the national boards is something you're really interested in and you just want someone to bounce an idea off of and talk to, I'd be happy to help you. I went through it 2 years ago. And I'd be happy to be that resource for you if you need a little help kind of figuring out where to go and how to get yourself going. That brings us to the next step, and the next step is finding a knowledgeable realtor. Now, there are a lot of realtors out there, and a lot of them know the housing market really well, but from being a teacher and dealing with realtors before, a lot of them don't understand the time constraints that we have when we're at school. We can't pick up the phone in the middle of the day and talk to people because we're with kids. So when you're looking for those realtors that are going to be helping you, whether it's me or whether it's another realtor, make sure you got someone that doesn't mind calling you before school or doesn't mind talking to you after school, and also is great with technology, good at emails, good at responding to emails, detailed in their emails, because that is going to be a huge way that you're going to communicate. I know I've, at my lunch break, I've sat there and responded to a lot of those kind of emails when I was buying houses and stuff like that. So that was super important for me as a home buyer when I was going through the process, that I was able to get to those questions and get to those things when I had the time. There was nothing more frustrating than knowing someone's calling you and not being able to answer and not being able to talk to them at that moment, and then playing phone tag for the rest of the day. So make sure you talk to your realtor about your situation, that email is probably your preferred method of communication during the day, and that they're on board with that. So then step 3 kind of goes hand in hand, is you're going to want to find a really good local lender. I say local lender because they're really up on the different loan programs that could help you. Most teachers, it's tough to save up a 20% down payment on a home. So you're going to be looking at programs that maybe have lower down payment options. There's the Maryland Mortgage Program, and there's a whole bunch of different options through the Maryland Mortgage Program that could help you out. And that would be best kind of discussed with that local lender, because it can get a little complicated and whether or not your county or area fits in there. So that Maryland Mortgage Program will be something you definitely want to reach out to a loan officer about, or a local lender. Another option are FHA mortgages. They're easier to obtain because they have a lower criteria for your credit score. You can do a 3.5% down payment instead of the traditional 10 to 20% with a conventional loan. And there's all different types of loan options that you can do with those. But again, it is best, as always, to talk to that expert, that local lender. And you can see I got a sheet here with my one of my lenders, Arlene Dean, who's great at these kind of programs to kind of help you out. And specifically, another program you could use in areas where you have like more rural areas, you could use a rural development loan. And it's actually a loan that could give you 100% financing of the house. We used this option when we bought one of our first houses down here in Southern Maryland, and it is a great program for a new home buyer who doesn't have anything to put down. And I got the information sheet up there for you, but as always with these kind of mortgage options, it is 100% best to reach out to a local lender to take this information and just ask questions. That's what they're there for. They want to help you. Make sure you're asking those questions because they want to be able to make sure they're putting you in the right product to be the most successful in buying a home. So after all that, after you've kind of talked to me or talked to another real estate agent and you've talked to your local lender, that's when you really want to figure out where you're going to be looking for a house. Some people really don't want to be near the schools that they're working at. Other people love being kind of included or immersed in that community. So it's really up to you how you want to do that. We have lots of great areas, lots of great neighborhoods in Southern Maryland. So talking to that knowledgeable realtor, setting up that kind of narrowed search, so you're kind of not scattered everywhere and you're focusing on those houses that you really want, is super important. So make sure you're talking to that knowledgeable realtor and getting that information to them so they can funnel those houses that really fit your criteria. And then after that, it should be kind of smooth sailing. You found your perfect house. You're going to start that closing process. You got a lender working for you that's going to help you through closing. Your knowledgeable realtor is going to be there helping you through closing. There might be some bumps in the road with home inspections and stuff like that, but a lot of those things we can get smoothed out through negotiation and just kind of talking back and forth with the seller. So it doesn't have to be scary to buy a home. It doesn't have to be something that new home buyers can't do, or teachers can't do, or anyone can't do. But you just need to have the right people with you and the right knowledge with you so you can make those informed decisions. Well, thanks for listening today. If this is helpful content, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button, click that little bell so you're notified every single time we put out new content on our channel. Thanks again for watching. Bye.